I think we were obviously disappointed after last match. We fought back to get the tie, but still then we're disappointed not to have 3 points. But it's a quick turnaround. We can't just focus on negatives there. We have to look at some of the things we did well in that game and try and go into this next game positively with the mindset that we're going to get 3 points.
Thanks, Corey. And questions for Corey, use those raise your hand buttons. Katya, take it away.
Thanks, Ben. Hi, Corey.
Hi.
What has been said in the group, trying to also bring up the energy you came in the second half last game when they're trying to get fresh legs and kind of bring that urgency because of what had happened? What has just been said of how you have to be as a team from the get-go to minimize maybe those mistakes we saw?
Could you say that one more time, please? Sorry.
Sorry, can you hear me there?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You came into the game in the second half on Saturday, and Bob wanted fresh legs, and just as a whole, to see the team with more urgency. What have you guys been talking about for Wednesday's game in the sense of just coming with that mentality since the start?
Yeah, I think that's something I guess we let slip a little bit in the first half of that game, where the urgency, maybe the desire, just how engaged in the game we were wasn't quite there. But that's something I think we preach every week in practice, every day in practice. It's something that, going over some of the film, we saw Vancouver did well in some of the way they brought energy and tried to press us a little bit in the first half. So it's one of those things that every game is going to be a fight, and we need to make sure that we're coming out fast, coming out strong, and trying to put other teams on the back foot rather than letting them take it to us a little bit.
What's been the challenge at home in the sense of how the opponents come and then just try to do counterattacks and just kind of like sit back a little bit more? What's been that challenge for you guys as a group, just to stay strong at home when teams are doing that?
Yeah, I mean, that always makes it tough when teams come in to sit in, but that's part of the game. You're going to face teams like that, and I think it's up to us to find ways to break them down, or even when we're not on the ball, ways that we can win the ball when they do try and go forward and exploit them quickly there.
And just one last one from me. How did the group react to the news about Mark Anthony Kay's transfer?
I think the guys are sad. Mark was obviously a big part of the locker room. For me, only being here a short time, Mark was definitely influential for me. Incredibly friendly guy, talked to me from day one, got along with everyone, English speakers, Spanish speakers, did his best to become a friend to everybody. So I think he's a guy that's definitely going to be missed in the locker room and on the field.
Thank you, Fred Altieri.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, Corey, I'd like to ask you, you started about 9 games earlier this season, and you've come in and subbed, I believe, 3 out of the last 5 games or so. What has been the difference as far as what the coaches has been asking you to do, or has there been? And also, could you talk about if there's any kind of frustration on the field? Do you sense that when you guys have so many scoring opportunities and you've given yourself enough chances, but you haven't been able to put the ball in the back of the net?
I definitely think it's a bit frustrating with, I guess you could look at expected goals, and the games where we create a lot of chances, aren't able to score as many as we want, and other teams create a half chance and are able to put it away. But that's also the game. That's something that we need to get better at in the final third, myself included. But also, it's an encouraging sign at the same time where it's not like teams are outplaying us and we're playing poorly and where we don't have a shot in these games. It's games we should be winning. It's games we're playing really well in, except for a 5-minute period where we give up something silly. So I think it's about eliminating some of those mistakes, both up front and in the back, and just staying focused all game, making sure we're taking our chances. And I think that with the way a lot of games go, you'd be expecting us to have a lot more points. So I think for us, it's keep doing what we've been doing. We're creating a lot of chances. I think we're going to be scoring a lot of goals.
And the first question was, how has your role changed from when you come in as a starter as opposed to when you come in as a sub?
I don't think too much changes for me. I come in, I try and bring energy every single time, work hard. I think I have a good idea of what Bob and the coaching staff want from me, so I think whether I'm starting or coming off the bench, I'm looking to do the same thing for the team.